Welcome everyone to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Thursday, April 28th, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link because the signs are different. All right, so today we have Mercury going station retrograde right on the cusp between Aries and Taurus. So now this adds to the retrograde energy. We've got a lot of planets retrograde at this point. We've got Mars retrograde. We've got Jupiter retrograde, who's been that way for quite some time, and then recently Saturn. So a lot of this internalized, reflective, rehashing kind of thing going on in our lives. And so with Mercury, though, now slowing down today is our minds and even the daily routine. So it's a good time to kind of just take that pause, take that second, right? Because we are entering into these next few weeks of reflecting on how the routine is going. What are we thinking about? What are we putting our energy into? And so it's a good day to just pause with that for a second and just kind of examine these things and maybe even perhaps see where we can rehash some of the routine or work stuff or daily stuff in our life. Where can we continue to work on our self-development, our self-improvement, which has been this full moon in Virgo that we're still coming off of, right? Because Mercury is associated with that Virgo energy. So this is all on the cusp here between Aries and Taurus, which I think is reflecting on where we've been putting our energy. And with that Mars retrograde, this has been in terms of where have we been putting our energy in terms of what matters. You know, what's really meaningful to us in life. And reflecting on those things, which has been the case. And maybe even reflecting too in terms of how we can let go of old patterns, old belief systems, old emotional patterns. And I think that is going to be emphasized today because the moon is going to be conjoining up to Pluto in the early half. So sometimes this can be deep feelings, intense feelings. And the purpose of it is to change those old emotional patterns with the moon. All right, it's the moon of the emotions. Pluto is change, essentially, the transformation process. But it all comes from non-attachment. And I think the key to the non-attachment is how our life is unfolding, because it's all in Sagittarius. How are things unfolding in the future? There's a lot of uncertainty about all of this because Saturn's squaring up to Neptune, especially in regards to what we're building in life. And again, reflecting on what we're building. But as long as we're open to that change in terms of what is unfolding and it's beyond our understanding, maybe even tapping into that bit of adventure can be very inspiring today. Seeing things from that top-down perspective with the moon in Sagittarius, that expansive worldview, can be nice. Discussing things like philosophy, getting in contact with nature, expanding our horizons, you know, whether that's internally or externally. So I think that can be very powerful, again, with non-attachment, and that is that Pluto energy. Now, in terms of also, you know, this energy is it's great to be taking action. It's great to be still setting goals, setting intentions. The sun's in Aries. You know, we can be very expressive, very direct, very independent at the moment. But again, reflecting on how that is going, reflecting on our own interests, our goals, our passions in life. And again, where we might be taking care of these things on a daily level. Where are we putting our energy on a daily basis here, right? So that's going to be the Mercury station. And also the fact that Mercury is very close to Taurus. It's a good time to be reflecting on our values. What do we value in life? What do we want to attract in our life that we enjoy on the earthly sense? How can we reflect on our sense of self-worth, self-reliance, these kinds of matters? So I think it's a day to just kind of pause, take that bit of reflection time, maybe think about where we can over the next few weeks, bring some more space when it comes to the routine, when it comes to the correspondence, the thinking, the mental activity. Now the moon is going to be forming that grand trine, like I was saying, which is going to be a strong emphasis. So there is a lot of support, especially the second half of the day, where there could be some insights coming in. There usually is some sort of shift, some sort of new understanding or something that prompts that Mercury retrograde. And the fact that it's part of this grand trine and fire, maybe it's inspiring. Maybe there's new insights about self, about who we are, and again, where we're putting on our energy. And it can be quite healing too, because Mercury has been sextiling up to that Chiron. And the healing here is perhaps taking a bit of a break, you know, especially with Mars retrograde. Chiron's been in Pisces, showing us the importance of letting go, And the more we are willing to let go, the more that healing energy comes in. This can be healing the mind, healing ourselves in many ways. Okay, so I think that's going to be quite strong. The moon does square up to Uranus today. So there could be a bit of the jitteries, that jittery kind of energy, wanting to break free, wanting to do something new, but can't, the bottlenecking kind of thing internally. If you're feeling that, the Pisces is the solution again. Uranus is in Pisces, letting go. All right, there's a lot of this Pisces influence at the moment, even with Venus here, especially with Venus here. You know, this is the fact that we can actually connect to the present moment and enjoy it. You know, assuming that all of the things being considered, that is what we want to do, or that is what we're doing. So I think Pisces really is the key of the day. I think that station Mercury, you know, just bringing extra attention to in terms of anything you are working with communication, with emails, with correspondence, with negotiations. Kind of taking a second to pause with that and reflect on these things. Because what we're going to be learning during this time is more about how we can be independent, be direct, express ourselves even with the sun. And the trine up to the moon in Sagittarius, expansive. That top-down perspective can be highlighted, but again, in that non-attached way. Being willing and open to change, especially old habit patterns, old belief systems. The grand trines involving Jupiter. So reflecting on what we enjoy in life. What are our interests? This is all new stuff because the North Node is shifting into Leo. This new type of self-expression, these new types of interests, etc. All right, so I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. If you guys do have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you all tomorrow.